It's been a while. I'm back, and the video format is a little different because I'm standing and I don't have any LED lights. It's just me, the ring light, and my phone. So the girls are out, and the reason why the girls are out is because I just wanted to feel a little like grown and sexy. And I see all the Halloween costumes, everyone's dressing up as sexy this and sexy that. And I was like, this kind of reminds me of like the early 2000s kind of get up, and I have like on bell bottoms or whatever, and like the ponytails, and so it's my little way of like getting like cute or whatever. Okay, so yeah, so this is like my, I guess, little nod to Halloween or something, dressing up. And I wanted to do a video because it's been a long, long time and so much has been happening. But the reason for these videos obviously are because, I deal with a mental illness, which is depression, manic, chronic, bipolar, all rolled into one. And when I feel like I don't have an outlet, or I can't talk, I can't speak, I can't articulate what I'm feeling while I'm dealing with my mental illness, the thing that I kind of have to go back to is talk to yourself. And I don't want it to seem like I'm schizophrenic or anything like that, but talking to my camera, my phone, is me kind of like checking in with myself. So, one thing I always remember when I am feeling depressed and suicidal, I think about the actor comedian Robin Williams. He was able to make millions of people laugh for a certain amount of decades, and yet he still committed suicide. And it just makes me think of like how people can be people pleasers, but at the end of the day, they have to look within themselves and realize, am I happy? Am I making myself happy? Am I laughing with myself, or I'm laughing at myself? And sometimes I was feeling like I'm laughing at myself, or I'm just not laughing at all. I'm not having a good time. I think there was a lot of triggers that happened. And this is also the days leading up to my father passing away and my brother being murdered. So it's all coming at once. And I'm just running from it. I'm running, 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 and trying not to feel or remember what happened 3 years ago and 2 years ago. It's hard. It's not easy. It's something that I just I don't want to be bothered with. Like, I'm finally happy, or I think I'm finally happy, but I'm like, okay, I'm taking the steps to being happy. So it feels like at the moment where I'm supposed to be happy and in this situation where I can fully be myself and express myself the way I've always wanted to, it comes at the price of having to relive some things. And the way my memory works is I could not be thinking about anything but a smell, a memory, a word will trigger a whole scenario that happened years ago. And now I'm literally right back in that exact space that I was when that tragedy or event or scenario happened. So it is hard to stay out of my head because I'm trying to, put things in places so that I don't explode or I don't have a mental breakdown. And my mental breakdown looks like me being isolated, not talking to anyone, staying in my room under the covers, not moving, not eating, drinking, going to the bathroom, looking outside my window, like nothing. Like I literally, want to resemble a corpse because I don't want to be here. So, how I deal with that is finding things to get me out of that place. And before I like dive head first in this hole, I make sure I look down and say, listen, I don't want to go down there. I won't be able to get back up, y'all. I won't be able to get back up. So let me not look down there for too long and just walk away from that dark hole. But sometimes, I'm like sticking my toe in a little bit, like, ooh, I don't know. And that's what it feels like dealing with, I guess chronic manic bipolar depression. Like, you're in and out of it. You want to be happy, you want to stay happy. Sometimes you don't even know the hole is there, but it's following you. Like, it's a impeding, growing, dark hole that's like right next to you or behind you or in front of you. And the whole entire time you're like oblivious to it. And then next thing you know, you're falling into that hole and you're like, how the hell did I get here? I had friends, I was close to my family, I had this, I had that, and now I have nothing because I'm in this hole. And it's hard. So with me being, or with me adulting, I'm adulting now, I'm kind of forced to not fall in the hole. But like I said, when I'm oblivious to it, that's when I fall in it. And then I end up spending years doing nothing, being nothing, not contributing to my world that I'm trying to create. And like I said, there was triggers that happened. There were some triggers that happened that caused me to kind of slip over the hole. I hope this doesn't sound sexual at all. And it caught me off guard because, I don't like the emotions being like up and down. I like to be able to coast with my emotions and understand them. But when something goes awry or right or whatever, it freaks me out. And now it's like, okay, I gotta scramble to like, okay, am I happy? Am I sad? Am I angry? Like, I don't know how to feel. And then I just don't feel anything. And that's the worst part, is not feeling anything. Because then it's like, okay, why am I here then? Why am I going through this? If I am going to be on autopilot, then I might as well just get up out of here. So some things happened. I was let down by a male. And I think that triggers me the most because, don't want to get too deep, but the men in my family are just unreliable. They're not dependable. And they're very selfish. And that's why I don't go out in the world. I don't date. I don't try to like mix and mingle because I don't want to be let down. I don't want to put my trust in someone and they aren't able to, come through. Being reliable and dependable just are traits that a decent human being, should have. And I feel like if I'm giving that to you, you should be able to give it back to me. When that is not the case, I go back into the space of put the wall up, the bricks, the stones, all that, because I don't want to feel as if I've been let down. I'm disappointed. Like, I don't want to feel that. That's why most of the time I do a lot of stuff by myself, or I learned how to do some things that I've never learned to do, but I need it to be done. And I try not to ask people to do stuff for me because people aren't reliable. Like, they're just not reliable. And at the end of the day, if I'm, asking someone to do something, it is because I cannot do it myself. Like, I can't do it myself. And then that forces me to like look inside and say, you know what? Why don't you go and learn it? Just in case. You know what I'm saying? Just in case something happens, that person's not reliable, you can do it yourself. But it's like, why do I have to be that way? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why can't people just be fucking reliable and dependable? Like, you say you're gonna do something, do it. Do it. What's the problem? Like, but moving on. Moving on, girl. So I'm just overwork. Like, overworked and overworked. I'm not meant for the monotonous of a typical working day or whatever. And I need like breaks. I'm starting to sense like, yeah, I'm not meant to do this every single day. Like, this is not like my brain, my creativity, like, nah, I got to figure this out. But like I said, I'm trying to prove something to myself and make sure that I know that I can hold down a stable situation and not just up and go, because that's me. That's my pattern. I don't like something, I'm out. Bye. I don't care. I don't care. I will drop every single thing. If I'm not happy, I'm out. I leave. That's my thing. I don't know if that'll change. But I'm trying. Like right now, I'm ready to drop everything and just figure out and do something else. But I'm like, no, stick it out. That's what adults do. But I don't ever want to be the person that's like, I have to do this because there's no other way. No, I'm going to find a different way. I'm going to make sure something goes on because I don't like this. Then I'm going to change it. I'm a person that likes change, even though I don't like change. That's where like, I like change, but I don't like change. And right now, the job that I'm at, I just feel like this is old. It's old. I'm over it. I don't want to do it no more. Send me something else. But the thing that I'm supposed to be doing, I cannot do it while I'm doing this job. Like, I'm mentally done now. Like, I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. So that's that. Now, how do I deal with, adulting life and mental illness? Is you have to choose. Do you want to succumb to this mess, or do you want to uprise from it and flourish? And so that's what I feel like I'm doing. Like, all right, I don't feel like going to work today, but I'm gonna go. I don't feel like doing this job, but I'm gonna do it. But it is stopping me from being creative. And I'm one of those people, like, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I have to go and do it. But I was dedicated to this. I can't stop being dedicated to this, because in my brain it's like, okay, I promised or something. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I promised something that I have to do it. Like, I said, I gave myself a year. But I also am supposed to be doing this other thing that's has a more dire term where I have to like get this together for next year, and if I don't, I've let myself down. But this thing over here, I don't really care about. I don't really care about it. So that's the test. I know it's a test. Like, even though you don't care about it, you said you was gonna do it for a year, and then get out of there. But I don't want to be the person that and then this is another thing. Like, we end up becoming the person that we don't like. Like, I don't like this personality trait or whatever, and then you take it on not knowing that it's because you hate it so much. Like, I know I'm a flake. That's why I'm like, don't invite me to stuff. Like, don't invite me to stuff. Like, I'll see if it's an invitation or it's like a flyer or something. It's like, oh, that's nice, that's nice. If I show up, then I show up. But if I don't, I don't. So don't invite me. Because it's like, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, dang, I want to go to that. I want to go to that. But don't invite me, because I might not show. I'm definitely not showing. I'm not showing up. But there's on occasions where I surprise even myself, and I'm like, oh dang, I went to that. Oh yeah, that's right. So, I mean, I could go into details with stuff, but I just feel like, I just want to keep what I have, my little bit of happiness. It's just a little bit of happiness. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep it to myself and hold on to it as long as I can. Because, as I said before, like, I'm running from this hole that's literally attached to the side of me. And I don't know when I'm going to fall in again. So I'm just going to take the good with the good, and hopefully the bad isn't as bad as it was before. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching. I'm Ashita Irene. I'm going to try to do another one of these days, so that I'm not sporadic and stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching.